Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this one we continue our Micra adventure and we basically start stripping the one behind us and shove a cage in it. So I mean, in short, everything needs to get out, even the dashboard and all that good stuff. So we'll probably start from the back because it's nice and accessible and make our way towards the front of the car. Well, it's been one of those weekends, pretty wet, but it didn't stop us from doing some work, as you can see. Oh my god, look at that. We've got a hole now on the roof. Yeah, I'm working on the sound deadening. And then we still need to disconnect that guy in the engine bay, so that we can finish to extract the rest. And now the car doesn't want to start. Classic, give me a car, give me 2 minutes, I'll ruin it. It's probably a ground or some crap like that, or immobilizer, so it's not much, I'm not worried, it's a healthy car, but yeah, at least got that to figure out as well. We got started on cleaning up the cage as well. As you can see, there is layer of orange, a layer of black and a layer of white on there, so the stuff I need to clean up as well is remove that guy here. That guy, as much as I like the button up here, I'll probably just remove the bracket so I can clean up the cage properly. The same, there's another bracket here. These are on off. I will have to extend wire and stuff, so I'm going to have it clear and then I'll see where I put things up. And here, there is that one as well here. Need to remove. But yeah, so for paint removal using paint stripper. Sometimes go to both fuel here, as you can see. No, it's working out quite well. Right, dropping coolant. So we can take that one, other one out, and hopefully I think this one might be long enough that I can just loop it. But yeah, no heater either for this car. When I got started, you had a nice clean interior and it worked nicely. So normally this should just come out now. Yes. Quite a unit in it. And then be able to clean that up nicely. Whew. Alright, so it's been a few days, but we actually have the front part and the rear part now in the Micra. It took some sorting, yeah. So here we still have that corner here, we'll have to try to push. As you can see here, that's the one that's bended a little bit, so now it's in. We'll try to secure it. Yeah, but as we're not going full race car quite yet, this, I'm thinking, sort out some brackets so I can attach this to this and then basically keep all of that like that for now. We change the steering wheel obviously, and then yeah, here don't want to retain those. I've actually got a plastic kit for those as well, so we'll end up with static windows, so the window mechanism doesn't need to stay, but I quite like to retain at least that, even if we don't maintain central locking. So I'm thinking maybe chopping here, then going around the frame down there basically, and then coming back sort of at the same level maybe. Or actually we could come back even like this maybe, depending on. We don't need that much super for this. You know that feeling you get when like you made a decision but you kind of regret it and it's too late. That's kind of what I'm feeling with the Micra at the moment. if it wasn't for that stupid cage, which I've been spending so many goddamn hours to fit in, I'll actually be driving it and enjoying it, you know. So, but I do want to kind of like mock around with it, so having a really strong Micra will probably be helpful, so I don't kill myself, because let's be honest, it's just a tin can. But yeah, now it's too far in, so finally getting to the stage where we can start making some holes to bolt some stuff down. That guy here need to be pushed so it's stuck in there, and then I can screw it in, then we can screw that in, screw that in, screw that in, and then we've got that guy as well that we need to push from that side to put it against, and basically yeah, do some redressing and stuff. But yeah, you know, I mean, like, eventually I need to clean those up, but I had to cut in there slightly better this side, I guess. It's a bit more clean because I've done it after. I cannot be taking it out again to kind of clean up the other side, so you know, I'm going to continue with it, and then yeah, it'll be a bit more intricate. I'll have to go with like smaller tool, but I'll try to clean those stuff off as well to a lot of extent, maybe following the line. I don't know, we'll see from there. But yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the cage idea, another one of my really smart ideas, I'll be enjoying the car right now. I've got plastic window for it, they've been sitting 2 weeks. Yeah, anyway guys, let's try to push this across the line. Alright, so after attempting to like push the bar each other, this actually worked out. Scissor jack, bit of metal, and at least as you can see we are nice and flush, which means I can make a couple of holes, put a couple of bolts, and this will be in a good position. As you can see as well, the door bar looks a bit better. It's been bashed around, so you know they're not perfect, but much nicer. It would have bugged me if one corner wasn't in the right spot. And by the look of it, I think I can push a tiny bit more. And then I'll do the same on the other side as well. There is still a tiny bit of a gap, so I think it could do with being pushed. But yeah, once those are in, it's just those ones that are pretty straightforward anyway. And yeah, it's just going to be a question of cleaning up the cage, everything, so that, you know, so that the last few moments of the video that show the work completed, you know, the moments that nobody is going to watch, it's very nice. Anyway, I better crack on, the rain is coming. Alright guys, so we're actually in a state where I'm pleased with the install, so I'll show you around. I did a bit of painting and little bits and bobs, but yeah, I'll show you where we're at, the cage is in, and I'll show you one of my sort of like where I'm going to go next with it. As you can see, I've put a coat of black matte as well. I still need to touch it up, and like the ceiling isn't done perfectly either, but so as discussed earlier, we still have that one bolt. It's because we've got a fuel return line, so when I've got the car back on the driveway, I'll lift it up and sort that guy out. Same for painting, I'll waiting to put everything a bit more in place. As you can see, I've put the carpet back on. It's just the floor was just so covered with glue and stuff like that, I just thought, couldn't be sanding it all down and stuff like that to make it look nice in black matte. So what I'll do is probably, yeah, keep that carpet in. I'm thinking maybe even a bit of trim, just so it looks neat rather than like that. The dashboard will come back in as well, so that's why I haven't really bothered with the black and stuff. And I'm not putting it quite yet. Those have been perfectly gutted. As you can see here, I've managed to even put the trim back around the edge. This I still need to clean up a little bit, it's not great, slight overspray there compared to the other side, which, you know, yeah, if you look at it, it actually kind of, it's clean enough, if you know what I mean. It's still not, I still wish I didn't have to do this, but for those type of cage you do. And here's the reason I've got the door card, is here I'm thinking actually maybe chopping the door card to that line here, so so slightly over here, and actually just put a little bit like this on each side. So basically here it's still gutted, and when we close, the bars go in nicely, but at least when you're in the cabin and stuff, slightly more comfy finish. And I also think that for the plastic window it will be quite beneficial to actually have a both side which sandwich the window nicely, just better seal. And yeah, need to sort out that sunroof, because at the moment I'm using this cover here, but it's not perfect, so we still have a bit of water coming in here and there. Oh, there is some in the door, but anyway. And here's that mess. Yeah, I'm not too sure. This is a pain in the neck as well as a structure, but I don't think we need those two there, because here basically that's where the plate on the ECU goes, so at least that will be covered. But yeah, this I'm not too sure, but for now I'm leaving it because, you know, two bolts there, two bolts there, it could be a nice mounting place for something. Yeah, but yeah, so you know, overall I would say now that Micra, you can take quite a hit, you know. And for the seat, for now I'm going back to the stock seat, because otherwise I will have to manufactured a mount, which will probably take me quite a while considering my skill. And the guy from GizFab, which does a lot for I mean, if you're into your Micra K11, you will know GizFab. It does tons of product for them. In September, it just released a prototype for a race car seat mount that basically fit into the stock positioning. So I'm just going to wait for him to turn it into a product, and then we will put a race seat in it. And when it comes to harness, I've already got one as well. Well, I've got two. I've got a pink one and a black one, but the pink one is got more point, so we'll see what we put in. But maybe the black one, considering the interior is kind of red and black, and yeah, kind of black and pink, is already kind of taken by a very famous Micra K11 already. Anyway guys, let me know in the comment what you think of all that Micra madness. You know, if you've been on the channel for a while, I've mentioned Micras a lot, but we are finally getting into it. And I don't think, you know, even though we technically, like, I've got a third one coming, I don't think it's going to be the last one. But yeah, and you know, just tell me stuff in the comments, right? You know it works on all that good stuff. I've spent so many hours putting that cage in, a lot more time than I thought I would put in, to be honest. At some point I literally was like, why am I even doing this? I could have just take it, strip it, not put a cage in it, and actually enjoy it. Where now it's kind of like, when I'm going to drive it, it's going further away, considering now we've got a 1.3 liter coming in a couple of weeks, and yeah, might as well just shove that in straight away. Plus, this one doesn't actually start anymore. I've got a ground somewhere that isn't happy, that I need to chase, so maybe with a bit of luck the 1.3 will just work, you know. Anyway, as always, you know, getting carried away. At least Ace 1 still works very well on stuff like that, so you know, not as stupid as me, not yet. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, see you in the next one, bye bye.